What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. It's your one little girl, H.L.I.C, the one and only room shaker. And I'm just coming through here to go ahead and get these recaps on the board. We were supposed to have a guest doing with us, but she's not caught up to where we is, so hopefully next time. Okay, today we're doing all the Queen's Land family ties. Okay, Emma Tony shows up at the house. She disowns him years ago because his father no longer wanted to nothing to do with him. He told her to cut him off, and she did. Now, how would y'all feel about y'all baby daddy or y'all significant other, y'all husband or whatever the case he may be, telling y'all to cut y'all child off that is also a part of him? But we know some daddies tend to be stricter than most mothers, and they want to just decide how you deal with certain situations. But I think as a mother and a mama intuition and a motherly figure being nurturing and stuff like that, like your child will always belong to you. So in that situation, like if he was gonna leave behind this, or if I was gonna be defiant, like that would have been the time that I would have broke bed and was like, nah, we ain't doing none of that. But anywho, what's up, Gordo? You up too early? I'm gonna stop being in your lives. Ooh, we stay focused. Girl, because I almost told you something. He used to write her letters and want to call. He was down. He was in jail. He felt like he needed somebody to talk to, and he just was that bond that was broken between them. He wanted to mend and fix, and it kind of made him feel feel some type of way. So now he at the point that he disowned her as well. He broke the last chains that was holding them together, and now he feel like the damage has been done, and he no longer wants that relationship. I feel like Dime overstepped her boundaries. Like, Dime was doing too much. Like, you telling him to fix it and all that. I understand to find peace and for him to be able to heal, he got to truly close that chapter out. But the fact that he ain't closing that chapter out, it says a lot for me. It says an absolute lot for me. So, yeah, I'm just saying, I think she should stop, because every time she insert herself, she make matters worse than what it is, because that's just like when she found that money in his house. He was sleeping with her. Instead of her going to talk to him, she decided to go tell Madam, and Madam them decided to torture him because they actually thought that he had stole her money. You know, Madam is the type of person that act, and then asks question later. So he turned on them, and he felt some type of way, because you had to realize, like, he almost died because his girl decided to be a snake and sit here and decide to choose his auntie over him. So I can understand where the animosity and the frustration and all that other stuff was coming from when it came to him. Like, Dime deserved every bit of what she got, because would you even care if my auntie would have took me out? Would you even care if my auntie would have killed? And I really believe, you know something, let's keep it real. Let's be very honest. I feel like, truthfully and honestly, she did think that was matter money. Truthfully and honestly, I feel like she rather Imp get punished or Imp get unalived than anything happen to her. So I feel like in that moment, I don't think I can let her come back from that. And that's weird that Imp would, because if you gonna forgive Dime, because if Madam would have took you out that night in that basement, your life would have been over because of the girl that you was laying there with, going to your auntie instead of coming to you. Like, your life would have been over. And then to find out about it, when they checked the serial numbers, it was money that Madam had gave him. It wasn't a stolen money. So it just revealed a lot. But hey, I almost lost my life behind this. Like, if I would have died, you wouldn't be able to turn back the hands of time. And then after y'all figured everything out and found out that it wasn't her money, would you even care, or would you move on? Because you know Dime is moving on too fast for me. Don't forget, last episode she was bumping and grinding with Big D. Like, and then it was a waste of time because he went too quick. The condom broke, and hopefully she don't come up with no STDs. But they said Madam make them get tested. But you know something, in the industry, y'all, I found out some things, and I was talking to Jack the Bank about this before. Like, it was a company that ended up being sued because they had people that was faking and fraudulently clearing people that knew that they had HIV and AIDS and stuff like that, but just so they'll be able to keep being able to perform and record. they was doctoring up doctor papers and test results. So you got to be careful when you're dealing with these people. Yeah, it was. They did get sued. I'm gonna have to go back and look on that. But let's stay focused on this little show. What you laughing at? Dan wants him to forgive his mother. Madam dad puts in his will. He wants her to have he want her to have Matty B's. Now, I want to know when he was sitting here talking to his two other daughters, because you know, Madam other sister and the Carla girl, they had a headache amongst each other. You know, when it comes to them, like he told them that he wanted them to mend the issue with them. So when he was trying to make them patch up what they had going on, why the hell didn't he bring the other sister in and make them all have a roundabout sit down face to face with him? Because I think that would have got a lot more stuff resolved. And now you got this sister popping up and you done put her on the wheel. Like, ooh, baby, this finna make her and Madam pop head, bump heads. Carla having a breakdown. She wanted dead. Like, she just say, forget this. Now, she ain't never tried to kill Madam because I guess she feel like Madam is a threat and she need Madam more than she need the other one. But the fact that the other sister is a snitch and she the one that got the daddy locked up and investigated by the fans, like, yeah, baby, that just shook them a whole lot of way, so they ain't having her at all. Madam was like, nah, let's just wait and see what she gonna do. And the Carter was like, nah, I take that body. I'm like, ooh, baby, they finna run amok with this one. Like, ooh, the black sheep has arrived. And I thought Carter, I'm like, ooh, I never knew about this one. I never knew she even exists. Hey, Miss B, good morning, good morning. Okay, okay. Let's stay focused on the content, y'all. But girl, it's getting good to me. Cause just imagine them, cause you know, look, if they all came from the same seed, the same mama, or whatever the case they be, you can tell by their temperament that all of them are somewhat similar alike. So just imagine if the sister rivalry decides to go up in flames and they decide to be at each other's throat. Like, baby, this gonna be hell to pay the captain. And then don't forget about she got Concierge on her ass, baby. He want his dough back. Now, I wonder what's up with Madam. The reason why when he told her that he want his product back, or she don't want to know what type of people he was gonna see her way. Like, Madam normally like a good threat. She like to prove herself and she like to go above and beyond. But Madam told him he can have it. So I wondered, did she chop it up? Did she add something to it? Is he finna end up taking a hit behind it? Like, did she lace it up with that fig? Now, like, what did she do? What did she do? Because you giving it back, and if I was concierge the way you gave it back to me just like that, without a fight, I wouldn't want it. Like, what's gonna cover how it is? Like, nope, you can have it. I'd rather get it again. But I guess he ain't got the money to get it again. So it is what it is now. Okay, what else we got to talk about? Now, it's mighty funny that Blue Friend come on in the picture, y'all. And she telling her that she had to talk to a therapist, a counselor, or whoever was gonna sit her down on a big comfy couch and tell them what was going on, because she having PTSD and she having flashbacks and all this other stuff, and she having a mental breakdown and can't function and all this stuff. So then the doctor was telling her, I gotta take notes, and she said, no, I don't like notes. And doctor said, well, she got a well memory. Now, you know, most doctors, you better be careful, because most of them, when you say they can't take notes, just so they can be able to jog their memory. If their memory ain't that strong and you talking too fast for them, they keep a recorder on them. So Blue, be careful, because you know something, it's weird. I think it's a setup going on to take down Madam Empire. Because look, let's start with this girl. All of a sudden, you so sweet and you so innocent and you all that. Now look, let me tell you something about real life. Let's be clear. A man know what type of woman he jugging. And when I say that, you know if she into a wow, you know if she into that, you can feel if she swell up and while you inside her. You know all this type of stuff, so you know what type of body and frame she got, right? And you know what she used to, and you can tell by the moves and the soreness and the tenderness, and if she can take it or not, if she running from it and all that. You know. So, how of a sudden, you go from this, It's uncomfortable. You ain't never had it like this, so you want it all in there and go rough and go hard and go deep and all this other stuff. And then now you want to be dominated and all of us like it's stages to this stuff. It's stages to these levels. Let's be clear. We all know this, right? We ain't got no lanes and nobody in here that can't answer these questions. Like, okay, so if it's stages to this, how of a sudden you want this man to climb through the window, ignore the screams and all this other stuff in a hotel room to dominate you? You want a rape scene? Like this stuff right here? Like, ooh, it feel like a setup. And then choke you. He telling you a safe word. You don't even know what a safe word is. Like mostly when I'm curious, I ask questions. When I'm curious, I want to know what I'm getting myself into. When I'm curious, I want to sit here and actually talk to people that experienced this or dealt with it or stuff like that. Like I ain't going head in. Like I'm not believing it. I believe she was sent. I believe they trying to take her down. I'm believing they asking questions. Like I believe Madam is being lined up all the way around. Now let's get to this lady, y'all. That officer that Madam wanted to give a promotion to, that officer that was sitting here playing like she was helping Madam, baby, what y'all think Madam gonna do to her when she found out she playing both sides? Like she is set up from the Detective Davis. Then now she know that it's something going on. The lady playing like she terrified. Like Detective Davis might make you lose your life behind this. Because if you think Madam won't have you taken out, you a goddamn gone fool. You don't know no better. Because baby, she gonna do exactly what she says she gonna do. And then where in the hell on the internet? And I was like, oh, they said the internet is undefeated. Y'all undefeated with this. Like, how could you find out that it was only when that shirt came in, it was only 2 officers working? When that shirt came in, how is you gonna find out? And that's why I say I think that lady that while she playing and being used by Detective Dave, baby, you gonna be a sacrificial lamb. Because he went to the internet and he pulled it up. Y'all, in the internet told him a male and a woman was working that night, so it was only 2 officers on duty. Now, since when did the police department start previewing that type of information to the internet? Like they ain't gonna tell you what all officers they got on duty. You gonna find out all officers they got on duty if you got a scanner, if you work there, and if you a plant. Like it's just some things I wouldn't expect you to be able to find on the internet, just keeping it real. But anywho, let's get back into it. So Blue having nightmares and decides to talk to the doctor. Her friend recommended. Madam's sister is a snitch. She also the reason the father got prosecuted by the FBI. Maddie B is her. She didn't attend the funeral, but came for the inheritance. Madam met her with the concierge to talk about him getting his drugs back. Madam walked in on Miss Tandy and Babyface having oral pleasurous sex while he looking for them keys. She don't know that Madam stole the ballot box and changed the votes for her to win, and that's the only reason she in office. Now she want to play with Madam, and I think Madam is on her ass and ain't gonna play with her not one bit. But we gonna just get into it now. I'm just gonna be honest. Okay, so Madam wants Miss Tangy to feel a Miss Tangy to feel no. Did she say feel a foul in the show, y'all? I'm confused on that. But she want an intimate domain. Okay, for the intimate domain, the power of the government to take private property for public use while providing the owner with just compensation. Miss Tandy has no other choice. Dams needs to stop overstepping her boundaries with Imp and his mother. She wants him to show his mother, Tony, grace. I think she's setting up I think she's setting the thing up. So I jumped ahead of myself because she did set him up. Like, I don't know why, but you would want to, I don't know. Because, some women are turned on by being choked and stuff. But I think that she's setting that dancer up because the fact that you want him to choke you and all this other stuff, and you want him to come to a hotel, and you want him to climb through the window, all the way you setting it up is just strange to me. Like, I know people enact some fantasies and stuff. But in a public setting where they normally, if it's cameras at a hotel room. Like, I'm just watching how everybody being lined up. Then you got to think about the lady that came in the club with the flashlight. Like, then she didn't even want to take back to her car. Like, see, I would have told her you had to take it back up out of here because something was weird. Like, why did you bring a flashlight into a strip club? Like, what did you need it for? Because it ain't never all the way dark, black, or dim, unless they doing a little fixture with the light. But they still gonna have lights on the table and stuff so you can see. Like, we done been in strip clubs, so we ain't gonna even play like that. So I'm like, oh, girl. So it was like, then that security guard just blew himself up. Like, that was weird to me. Okay, so Carla and Madam sit down. Carla want her sister dead. I already talked about that. Doc informed Madam that they had the wrong shirt. So Madam politely told Doc, at this point, you're gonna have to get that shirt back yourself. Doc is in panic because he don't have no way or no clue how he's going to be able to go about it. Madam told him that you can't shift blame on nobody else because he tried to bring up, well, the person that got that shirt got the wrong shirt. And she said, I know you ain't shifting blame because if you would have stopped sleeping with Detective Davis when I told you to, she would have never been able to steal that shirt from you. And this is why they were sent to do a job and they got in their feelings and they kept doing what they was not supposed to do. Like, you weren't supposed to get that connection. You weren't supposed to start kissing. You weren't supposed to do none of this, but you chose to do it. So you created this situation. Now I'm going to need you to clean it up. Now you're going to have to figure out how you're going to do everything else. Like, oh, but at the same time, I'm going to find out what side that lady played and that officer going to have to pay the price. And I'm going to be sitting here watching it. Hey, KMB. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so what else? Okay. The fellas at the gym, for some reason, y'all, that new dancer want baby face attention. Rashad keep trying to warn him and they just won't listen. But at the same time, I think he won't babyface. I think he a little sideways and a little twisted because if y'all pay close attention, like Trouble called him stealing some panties, some dirty drawers or panties or whatever it was out babyface locker and didn't tell Madam because he got mad because Madam wouldn't give her the VIP slot. Like Trouble been getting in a lot of trouble and then she was sitting there like she ain't handling her taking out Champ well. She nervous. She got to be all powdered up just to be able to survive, y'all. And she just sitting here rocking out with her cock out, just stupid as hell. Like, what made this lady decide to play with what's her name? Blue? Blue grabs her by the throat and say, if you ever, like, if you ever in your life touch me again. And I'm like, ooh, Blue ain't playing with you. Like, you better stop this. Then I want to know, as long as Blue talking to that lady, like, because the lady was asking her what type of job she do, and then she say stuff she might be dealing with on her job might be what's triggering Blue, which is might be true, like all these murders and then the bombs going off and stuff like that. Like, that is the type of stuff that you do see when you go to war. And you know, Blue was one of them people that fought for the country. So shouts out to Blue for that. But yeah, then Rashad asking him, where's Champ? Trouble saying, stop questioning him. Like, we're going to have to keep on going with this. Like, we don't want to get sidetracked. And then Rashad keep warning everybody. So they're like, okay, what did Babyface do when you said everybody cool except Babyface? Like, just if you going to talk about it, then he's turning around and say, no, you should just go ahead and tell these people, Babyface just set you up to be with a couple that violated you. Then he took the money from that violation and didn't give you a dime of it. And now you end up getting your insides and everything else messed up to where it's permanent damage done. Like, just be clear, because you keep warning people, it's just gonna make them go off. So then he telling Trouble that Champ, because Trouble was like, I don't know, maybe he quit or something. And he was like, no, Champ wouldn't have just quit because Champ talked about all the money he made here. And Champ told Rashad that this is the best job he ever had. So he ain't buying that, and Trouble getting mad because he keep asking questions. Like, he feel like it's gonna lead back to him. He getting scared. She getting scared. Okay. She asked Blue to talk to Madam. Davis checked on Madam to threaten her. Yeah, so Davis went to the club to threaten Madam and said she gonna love taking her down and being real cocky about what she got. And then she wanted Madam to know that you think that you got that shirt, but you don't. So right now she just playing in Madam's face. Trouble goes off on Rashad for asking too many questions. Rashad keep asking about Champ. Two people was walking that night. Two people was working that night. The shirt came in. A dude and a chick. DA go visit Miss Tangi. She was sitting there getting drunk, celebrating her win. The land was marked for a community center next to Maddie B's. The land Madam owned that Tony taking away trouble highs as hell on smack. Officer Womack talks to Officer Davis. She playing Madam and wait till Madam find out, and we gonna see what's going on with that. Shouts out to y'all. At Doctor Appointment Listen. Okay, so then the doctor finna lose his life. Y'all, the doctor that's in charge of getting Madam her prescription, because Madam been waiting for her prescription, so Madam actually said something about it, and the doctor still ain't giving her the prescription, but he gave her a little temporary, like a sample pack. You know what they be giving out when they don't want to give you the full little line up for a couple of days or the month or something like that. If you ain't got that good assurance, you can't get that good dope. So Madam said, okay, it's time to go ahead and take him out. So, now what's going to happen with that is she let Tommy loose. Tommy's loose. She said, you go do what you got to do. And he said, good, because I'm tired of, he just been getting to kill people that weren't cool with him, or he didn't know. It's been a while since he killed somebody that he did know or was close. So she turned him loose and told him he could do it however he want to do. He could do whatever he want to do, and he could have fun doing it. Just get it did and get it done. So he's been let on the loose. So the doctor, and she warned the doctor. So I wonder what made the doctor not take her serious, because she warned the doctor. Now, you know something, that would have been a dangerous person to have. Because since you threatened him, he could have filled your pills, y'all. He could have filled them pills, and he could have put a little extra something in there. Like, he should know her track record and her medical record and all that stuff. And he could have made it triggering to her where she'll never come back from it. But I don't know, because now you finna die and you wouldn't give her a sample. So we're going to have to see how this washed out, because he could have played with it. He could have took it up a notch or took it down a notch. He could have just did all type of stuff to make her be incapacitated or thrown the hell off. Like, I don't know. Like, I hope Congier, y'all, I hope he be a fair opponent, because I want it to get good. I want somebody that can think like her, get as gutter as her, and bring the noise. I want them to go ahead and deep dive in it and put it up as all out was. See, they're playing games. You sitting here trying to blow up her club and stuff like that. Like, your intentions is not to kill her, because she got something that you very much want back. So you just want to play with her. Like you already said, you was willing to leave your life for her. So you could tell by the meetups and want to see each other that I think they just playing cat and mouse. I think they going to end up together. And I think they just playing with each other right now. Because, baby, it ain't even all that serious. Like, we taking each other, like, you kidnapping my daddy. Now, that was something you couldn't come back from. I'm sorry. You kidnapped my daddy and handed him over to the ops to be tortured and stuff. I'm taking your drug truck, but I killed your wife. I beheaded her. Like, it's just too much going on. Like, y'all got to get down up in it. But that's the end of this. Next up is Tyler Perry's sister. We got 2 episodes back to back. Y'all know y'all had a 2-hour episode. When it aired, I was supposed to have a guest person that wanted to get into this. So I told them we could give it a trial run, but they ain't up on the episodes that we up on. So I just told them before I sit here and play with y'all, I just go ahead and rock out by myself. So that's what I'm doing. So now I'm finna give y'all the 2. I'm finna give next up on the board. It's gonna be season 8, episode 10, Forget Me Not, and season 8, episode 11, Breathe. And then we got another one coming out in the new year, y'all. Get ready for it. It's called Pull the Trigger. So we got a lot to get off into. With that being said, I'll see y'all later.